Good evening. Welcome to Polar Communications 69th Annual Meeting. We'll begin tonight's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by an invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today, we offer thanks for the many blessings you have given us, for our families, friends, and members, for the opportunity to learn and discover new ways to serve our community. As we focus on our industry and communities, help us to be ever mindful of the greater good and our greater purpose, the human family, and the world in which we live. Help us leave this meeting with a renewed sense of purpose to do your will at all times in matters both great and small. We ask this in your Son's name, Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Cindy. At this time, I would like to introduce the Polar Communications Board of Directors. I am Amber Meyer, President from St. Thomas. Vice President John McMillan from Fordville. Secretary Treasurer Lori Dahl of Lakota. Assistant Secretary Treasurer Cynthia Hale from Arthur. Director Brian Nudby from Lankin. Director Chris Nelson from Edinburgh. Director Jim Longton of Nichey, Director Wes Welsh from Park River, Director Gordon Johnson from Cavalier, and our CEO, Carl Blake from Park River. At this time, we will call this meeting to order.
Ms. Chairman, official notice of the annual meeting was mailed to all members on May 24th, 2021. I have been informed by the registration desk that there are 124 members registered prior to the start of the business meeting. As a result, a quorum is present.
So rules for tonight's meeting. The meeting will be conducted according to Robert's Rules of Order. To submit a question or make a motion, a member will enter their name and question or motion using the Q&A feature on your screen. So you'll find that in the bottom middle of your screen that you can click on the Q&A feature. If a question cannot be answered because of the need to refer to company records, the information will be delivered by a letter.
I'd like to request a motion to adopt the meeting rules. Moved by Cynthia. Second by Jim. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Ms. Chairman, I have the minutes of the 2020 annual members meeting and am prepared to read them at this time.
At this time, I'd like to request a motion to dispense with the reading of last year's minutes. All those in favor, is there a motion? Moved by Brian, second by John. All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
The Article 12 of the bylaws for Polar Communications Mutual Aid Corporation requires that any amendment to the bylaws adopted by the Board of Directors in the past year be reported to the members at the next regular member meeting. The Board of Directors adopted amendments to the bylaws on meetings and voting. The amendments to the bylaws are to allow the directors to determine that meetings of the members, including the annual meeting, may be held so that the members are allowed to participate in the meeting by electronic participation. If the meeting is held so that members are allowed to participate by electronic means, the meeting must also allow the members to participate in the proceedings as they transpire. The Board of Directors also amended the bylaws to allow the Board of Directors to allow voting by electronic means in addition to voting by mail. Members participating by electronic means will count as participation to determine if a quorum is present for the meeting.
Thank you, Larry. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 69th Polar Communications Annual Meeting. Last year, we were faced with much unknown and held our first ever virtual annual meeting. I did not imagine we would be here again this year. It is fair to say that the year 2020 will go down in history. We were forced out of our comfort zones and had to adapt quickly. We were staying home and social distancing for the health and safety of our members. Our daily routines and rituals were put on hold for the good of everyone.
What a year it has been. Much of our world became virtual. Training, meetings, conducting business, socializing, attending sporting events, and so on. While we would much rather do these things in person, we have become well-versed in streaming and Zoom. We continued to connect members who were forced to quarantine from work and school. Polar signed on to the FCC's Keep America Connected initiative to ensure customers would not lose their phone or broadband connection because of financial hardships due to circumstances of COVID-19. Polar saw a significant increase in upload and download demand. The need for bandwidth from homes, businesses, and anchor institutions was no match for the advanced fiber network we have built and continue to expand. With an unwavering commitment, our employees continued to provide the same level of customer service under difficult circumstances.
The Board of Directors and employees took every advantage of less time traveling to attend trainings, seminars, and conferences virtually. We continue to gain knowledge, expand our professional networks, and strengthen connections within the telecommunications industry. Polar joins forces with other telecommunications companies through the Broadband Association of North Dakota to create efficiencies and build a bigger presence to provide services to large-scale businesses. Polar works closely with NTCA, our national association, to help influence legislation that is vital to our rural customers.
5 years ago, we told you that our fiber deployment was completed. It was a time to expand services and look for growth options. The opportunity for growth is difficult beyond our traditional boundaries. Our fiber projects made great strides last summer, resulting in almost 800 new customers between our USDA Reconnect project and Northwood acquisition. Construction is again underway on phase 2 of the Reconnect project. We look forward to the continued growth and stories of elated customers who have been waiting for quality broadband services for several years. Polar continues to seek out opportunities to help connect underserved rural Americans to state-of-the-art, future-proof fiber networks. One of those opportunities was the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund auction conducted by the FCC. Polar was awarded census blocks in Walsh, Grand Forks, and Trail counties, and we look forward to serving these areas.
Taking care of our longstanding customers continues to be our priority. Educating and assisting customers with phone, email, and text scams has become common. Scammers have become very sophisticated and hard to combat. Working with the FCC and implementing our robocall mitigation plan will allow us to prevent illegal robocalls from originating from our network and reaching our subscribers. Network and equipment updates will also be very important this year. Protecting our investments through maintenance, will ensure fewer outages and keep service costs affordable. Policymakers have made broadband accessibility, affordability, and equity a top priority. To achieve these objectives, long-term universal service support and contribution reform must be addressed.
Connections matter. Broadband matters. Symmetrical speeds are the new baseline for work, school, and a growing economy from anywhere. We have only begun to tap the potential for what our networks can and will need to be. If this pandemic taught us anything, it is that smart communities, precision agriculture, better access to healthcare and education, and the latest evolution in technology relies on the solid foundation of fiber connectivity.
We have been sharing our customer experiences through storytelling on our social media platforms. We bring you reliable broadband services to make your life easier. This service allows camera systems to ensure a farmer saves every calf born and increases valuable family time by allowing people to work from home. Broadband allows those who rely on smart home technology to make everyday tasks, such as turning on lights with their voice, possible, and assists fourth-generation farmers in remaining operational and efficient so they can one day pass their business on to their children. Our connections make us stronger. It is the people and progress that make Polar what it is today. Thank you for attending your annual meeting.
This year, Polar is awarding $15,000 in scholarships to area students. Our $1,000 John G. Walter Scholarship recipients are Noah Helgo of Cavalier High School, Grace Johnson of Park River Area School, Ann Esfold of Lakota High School, Tyann Crotty of North Border High School, Casey Stegman from Drayton High School, Elias Markison from Park River Area School, Natalie Hunter from Cavalier High School, Claire Dummer from North Border High School, Kaya Schluchter from Cavalier High School, and Signe Ekman from Grafton High School. Our $2,500 Leadership Scholarship recipients are Jenna Maker of Northern Cass High School and Chloe Gimmel of Valley Edinburgh High School. Students have the option of extending their Polar Scholarship application to our National Affiliate Foundation for Rural Service. We are proud to report that Claire Dummer of North Border High School is the recipient of the Foundation for Rural Service Everett Neese Scholarship, receiving an additional $7,000. Claire was one of 32 recipients out of 750 applicants to receive FRS scholarships. Congratulations and best wishes to this year's scholarship winners. Our next presentation is Business of the Year, which was awarded to Unity Medical Center. We will now show a short video regarding that.
Since 2006, Polar Communications has been presenting outstanding businesses with the Business of the Year award. To qualify for this award, businesses are nominated by Polar employees based on the following criteria: business excellence, customer relations, community service, recognition of achievement, and innovation of products and services. The 2021 Polar Business of the Year is Unity Medical Center of Grafton, North Dakota. Unity Medical Center is a community-owned and operated healthcare facility. The center is close to completing a $20 million, 3-floor, 36,000 square foot addition and renovation project. This project began in June of 2019 with a groundbreaking ceremony in August. They plan to finalize construction in May of 2021. On behalf of everyone at Polar Communications, please join us in congratulating CEO Alan O'Neill of Unity Medical Center, the 2021 Polar Communications Business of the Year.
We are honored to be nominated
by Polar employees and chosen for the Business of the Year award. It's been a challenging year in healthcare, and communication and support from Polar was a key component of our success and perseverance. We greatly value our relationship with Polar and truly appreciate the incredible support from customer service to installation and maintenance, all the way to leadership. It has been said that a system is only as strong as its weakest link, and with Polar, we have no weak links. On behalf of the staff at UMC, we thank you for this award and recognition.
Again, welcome to your annual meeting. On page 14 of the annual report, the book that you received in the mail, you'll find the 2020 financial report. This evening, I'll be reviewing some of the items that influence Polar's financial picture for this past year. Polar achieved a margin of over $12.2 million in 2020 compared to $10.9 million in 2019. As I stated in my report on page 10, Polar and Wolverton Telephone Company elected Alternative Connect America Model 2 ACAM2 support in North Dakota and Minnesota. This is a 10-year model in which the company receives $8.6 million yearly in support. We are looking ahead and working with our national association to discuss solutions after the support ends. Support is vital for the long-term viability of the company. Outside investments continue to benefit the company. North Dakota Telephone, Dakota Carrier Network, North Dakota Long Distance, Red River Cellular, North Plains Utility, and Dakota Video Network contributed a combined margin of over $2.8 million. Thank you for your time, and should you have any questions or require additional information, please don't hesitate to contact our office.
In accordance with company bylaws, the election process is for all interested members who qualify under the provisions of the bylaws to submit an application and a petition. The applications and petitions were submitted by March 26, 2021, verified, and the following names have been placed on the ballot for the election to the Board of Directors. District 1, Jim Longton. District 2, Wes Welch and Ron Beneda. District 3, Brian Udby.
Since there was no competition in districts 1 and 3, I would ask for a motion that a unanimous ballot be cast for Jim Longton for Director for District 1 and Brian Udby for Director of District 3. Is there a motion? Moved by Cindy, second by Gordon. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Ballots were mailed and tabulated by an independent third party, Survey and Ballot Systems. The results of the election for District 2, 945 ballots cast, of which 501 ballots were cast for Wes Welch and 444 ballots cast for Ron Beneda.
Thank you, Larry. At this point, is there any other business to come before Polar Communications? Hearing and seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by John, is there a second? Second by Jim, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.